They sat down for dinner as a family. The food was warm. The table was set. They laughed, they talked, they savored the moment. And in an instant, they disappeared. No clues. No witnesses. No answers. In 1971, in a quiet Arizona neighborhood, the Anderson family had just returned home from church. It was a typical Sunday evening. John and Emily, both in their 40s, lived in a modest 2-story house with their 2 children, Mark, aged 12, and Lisa, just 8. That night, they planned a simple dinner, spaghetti with salad and iced tea. Emily cooked while John set the table. Their kitchen window was open, a breeze floated in. The kids were playing with their toys in the living room, and everything felt calm, ordinary, warm. At 7:15 p.m. they all sat down for dinner. No one ever saw them again. The next morning, a neighbor grew concerned. She had seen the family's porch light still on at 1 a.m., which was unusual. Their front door was shut. But their garage door was wide open. By 10 a.m. the police were called. Officers entered the house and found something haunting. The plates of spaghetti were still sitting on the table, half-eaten. The tea glasses still had ice floating in them. The lights were on. The beds were made. The house looked lived in, but there was no one home. John's wallet was on the counter. Emily's purse sat next to it. The kids' backpacks were at the door, ready for school. There were no signs of a struggle. No broken windows. No signs of forced entry. No notes. No signs of packing. And yet the entire family was gone. Police scoured the neighborhood. Dogs were brought in. Helicopters circled the woods nearby. Nothing. Witnesses reported nothing suspicious. One neighbor mentioned a strange car parked on the corner that night, an old black Chevrolet, but no license plate was seen. Another said they heard something like a loud bang around 8 p.m., but thought it was a firework or maybe a car backfiring. Nothing concrete. The van that belonged to the family was found 2 days later, not at their home. Not near a gas station, but parked neatly in a grocery store parking lot 4 miles away, locked. Clean. No fingerprints. No signs of struggle. Inside the glove compartment was a shopping list. Milk, eggs, toothpaste. Nothing purchased. The last receipt in the car was from a week earlier. With every passing day, the case grew colder. The FBI got involved. A hotline was set up. Thousands of flyers were printed. Then something strange happened. A man in New Mexico called police, claiming to have seen a woman who looked like Emily. She was with 2 children and seemed afraid. But when police arrived, the group was gone. A week later, a letter arrived at the police station. It was postmarked from Nevada. Inside was a single sentence typed, "They didn't disappear, they were taken." There was no return address. No fingerprints. No follow-up. That letter became the center of the investigation. Was it real? A prank? A warning? Years passed. In 1975, a woman claiming to be Lisa contacted Arizona police. She said she had escaped from a group that had taken her family, but the woman's story fell apart under questioning. She had no proof of her identity. DNA testing didn't exist yet, and she was never heard from again. In the 1980s, the case was briefly reopened when a man, convicted of kidnapping elsewhere, mentioned he had done something bad in Arizona years ago, but he denied any connection to the Andersons once interrogated. The home was eventually sold. New families moved in. The dining room still had the original flooring. Some say the new owners sometimes hear footsteps upstairs, doors closing on their own. Others dismiss it as creaky pipes and imagination. To this day, there has never been a confirmed sighting of John, Emily, Mark, or Lisa. No bodies. No confessions. No clear motive. Just a family dinner, frozen in time, and 4 empty chairs at the table. Some believe it was an organized abduction. Others say it was something paranormal, alien even. A few insist they ran away and started a new life. But why leave everything behind? IDs, wallets, half-eaten meals. The case remains one of Arizona's oldest active missing persons files. And all that's left is a mystery on a quiet street. The Andersons became a ghost story whispered between neighbors. A warning. A reminder of how fast life can change without warning. So the next time you sit down for dinner, pause for a moment. Look around. Because sometimes the most terrifying stories are the ones that start with peace and end in silence.